Hello and welcome to Flight Simulator 2004. I'm Andy and this is the second part of our flight from Borlänge to Kjeller in outside Oslo. We are on our descent. We're gonna set up our descent here, so 979. 979, past 10,000, so floodlights, time racks on. So I might approach briefing part, which is kind of good. So approach briefing. So anchor status is nothing to report. I should probably you do this long before this one. Fuel status is okay. Fuel on board. We have $272, so that's okay. 80 is not reported. We'll use runway 12. No star vectors. Visual approach. Hopefully will be okay. Otherwise, no attempts to report. Top of descent point. Approach chart is visual approach landing. Visual approach charts dated 5th of March 2015. So we'll just come in from BAMX and we'll visually fly over the city and then turn to final, so it's nothing important there. So landing field aerodrome elevation is 354 feet, so that's good to remember. We will fly down to 2,000 feet approach. Missed approach, we'll climb runway heading 1,500 feet and then turn back, see if we can land or if we need to go to our alternate. Support charts, I think you use automation, we'll hand fly it. We'll see, we might have to use anti-ice towards the end here because of the weather. Landing will use full flaps. Surface condition might be a little slippery. No auto brake. Expect to turn off. We'll see where we go. Taxi to gate. We'll just nothing special. No deviations from standard operating procedures, and go around briefing will be I'll call go around. I'll increase power. We have power getting going. We'll start our climb. Positive rate will go gear up, and we'll climb runway headed 1,500 feet, and then we'll figure out what to do. We'll probably go around and circle back on the left-hand pattern. Sorry, right-hand pattern for 12. Runway 12. And that's our approach briefing, so it's good. Approach briefing is completed. Landing is confirmed. Pressurization set. Call signs. Camera signs are on. And that's a descent checklist. Almost over BAMX here. Weather looks okay. I thought it would be worse. Shouldn't be a problem doing a visual approach here, so that's good, I guess. So now it wants to go direct Keller. We'll go to LNAV off and we'll go slightly to the north. Even 10 degrees. So a nice setup for our approach. So we have a city here. I think that's Holmenkollen. No, it's not. I think that might be Mandalsvinnet, or maybe it's Haukåsen. I think that might be Haukåsen. So actually 500 to go. Use our descent a little bit. Well, it's not a problem. The autopilot will hold it nicely, so this is not a problem, but still. Go 50 maybe. So here on this side here I have the scenery installed for and Flesland is not the correct term. The old Oslo airport. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember it now, but it's not there anymore. I use it because I know some old scenery, when I fly older planes for Scandinavian Virtual Airlines, I sort of use that for my landing spot in Norway, more realistic. So that's why it's there. But I don't use it anymore. It's not used. I don't even think there's anything there. It's mostly just, I think they built apartment houses and that sort of stuff there. And that's it. Turns of time. That's what happens. We'll go 20 actually. 2000 might be too low. I'm gonna climb a bit. Increase power. Climb a bit. Like, I think I can do 2000 feet, but I think that's maybe a little bit too low side. So, better to be safe than sorry. A very slow climb. So here's there's some feature. I have the Norway scenery installed. I don't know if I can find a link to that one, but I have Norway installed. So there's some stuff here, city-wise, and there's some sort of tower, I think. And you'll see when you land at Kjell, you see it's a pretty nice scenery. So 1-2 is the runway, so when we are perpendicular to here, so a little bit forward still, we'll turn it for our final. 7 miles. So it's not the best weather, but I think we can make it. I don't know if this is actually. I don't think. I'm thinking we're probably close. We're below minimums for VFR flight when we have this weather. We don't have that many miles of visibility. I think there was something cool there. Yeah, here. There's a tower. Some sort of tower. So we're probably a bit too low. So we'll turn final here. Towards Kjeller. Start reducing our power. So we can come down to 160 or 155, I think. So 155, which is our maximum speed for extending flaps. We'll take down the gears, landing taxi lights on. Go all feather, prop sync off. We'll bring down both our flaps and give it some more power to see. So, crappy weather. Four miles to go, so we'll disconnect our autopilot and start our little descent here. We have some visibility still, so before landing, altimeter set and thrust checked, landing and taillights on are on. Navigate set, auto feather armed, ice protection as acquired, landing gear is down in 3 greens. Landing taxi lights on, flaps are landing, propellers forward. There it is. Crappy approach. Really crappy approach, Anders. Right. Yaw damp is off, environmental mode is off, and take runway heading and 1500 feet. So we'll do a little bit of S-turning here, so it will be fine. Even though we're a bit high, so we'll get down here. So maybe not the best approach, but still. So we have speed from 0 to 0, so this is quite heavy side wind. We'll make it. It'll be interesting practicing. It's not a problem. Practice my crabbing. Didn't turn off my yaw damper. I'm a dimwit. I talked about yaw damper, I just didn't check it. So that's why you have to check what's on the checklist also, not just talk about it. You can also see that our altimeter settings weren't quite accurate. Because we should have been 354 here. I got updated last second. I'm saying that's why it's like that. So flaps up. So my crabbing sucked basically because yaw damper was still on, which was a mistake. So I was rushing things, which isn't good. It's not a I solved the problem, so when we landed quite okay, so it's not a big deal, but not proper technique, Anders. Andy must be better. Keep on. So we'll turn off auto feather, and we'll turn off pitot heat. We'll set up our and go 4,000 feet for the next leg. 1,500 feet per minute initially. And lights and strobes are off. So after landing, takes out flaps up, trim is neutral, transponder is standby radar, standby off, engine light is off, auto ignition is off, air protection is required, exterior lights off, this is set 0. So. Can actually just turn off that one so we can get the people off the airplane, and we'll load it up with the next leg pretty instantly. So as soon as the prop stops turning, we'll open the door and then we'll load up the next leg, which is to Torp, which is quite close by, so we don't need. Just load it up. Please remove 270 kilos. So that's like 50, 18. Okay, so we'll sort of pretend that everything is loaded up quite fast and that we close the door, and we'll turn this engine on. Cycle the generator. Further on. So inverters checked, avionics on, radar standby on, standby horizon power is checked on, CVR test, FGR test performed, navigation course set. No, we do that, we need to do that. So we'll go flight plan again, previous, down here, 13, and we'll go Echo November Kilo Juliet. Then we'll go Echo November Tango Oscar. Select, enter. And we'll see here it's quite a pretty short hop there. So that's good. Okay, so we'll test our feather. Okay, so tax lights are on, droid is on, engine and flight instruments is checked, and flight auto feather is on, manual feather performed, flight controls checked, flap set, whoa, trimmers checked and set, a little bit high maybe. EGPWS test performed, not simulated. Takeoff data checked. So we're runway heading 1500 feet, and then we'll continue on our route direct to Torp. Flight director is on, and below to line. Checklist to line. So we'll just turn around here and we'll do the last bit. I know I'm rushing things, I should be taking it easy like they do in real life. So, park and brake set. So we'll increase our mixture of color switches, and we'll take off to our prop. Lever is fully forward. So auto ignition is not simulated. Engine NJS is off. Pitot heat is on. Propeller levers are fully forward. Transponder code and set. Bleed air valves is environmentally off. That's on simulated. Annunciators are checked. Look like they should be. Exterior lights are on. And takeoff checklist complete. So let's go parking brake off. We'll keep the parking brake on, or brakes on, till we set up power. Oh, come on, that's a lot of side wind. I'm having a full deflection of my rudder. So. Positive right, gear up, final tax lights off, and yaw damper on. I'll try to keep this flying runway here. Trying to fly this. Ja, just det. Ja. Ja.
Men det är inte Röjala.
Vad händer med det då?
Det där är någon annan kille som förstörde huset. Men Ralf lagar huset.
Okej. Jag förstår. That was my son, by the way. Just wanted to show me something about a movie he saw. So runway heading 1500 feet, and then on our way we can turn on anti-ice, I think, because it's not looking too well. So 1500 feet, and now we can turn. We'll take up our flaps. Try to keep it coordinated. So LNAV. We go heading. Just to get some sort of indication with our flight director. So altitude, so we'll get that setting in here. So now we can fly with our flight director, so just follow the flight director, and that's easier. You will climb to 6,000 feet. So get up above the weather. Gauge autopilot. Everything is looking smart and nice. It's holding good. So 10:13. So after takeoff checklist, gear up. No lights, yaw damper is engaged, taxi lights are off, flaps are up, bleed air valves are open, or not simulated in this model, environmental mode as required, cabin pressure is checked, and that's it. We go climb checklist. Actually, set our power. So climb altimeter standard and cross checked. Lining lights, taillights are on because we're still below 10,000 feet. Pressurization is set, ice protection as required, cabin sights are off. Next climb checklist. See how far we have until our, so 45 nautical miles, 12 minutes, so it's a short flight. Might actually do the entire flight. Need to check our see if we can find a chart for torp. So see, arrival will go ILS, who just needs to check our weather first. Let's see. So the weather is 180 at 9 knots. QNH 975. 180 at 9 knots. So that will be runway 18. So we'll go ILS. ILS frequency is... these are always different. Actually we'll go standard because... let's see. Standard altimeters because we are below 7,000 feet, which is 977. Quite low pressure. QNH 977. Okay, so we'll go Akipu first for a flight plan. Actually, we can load it up here. Sorry. Flight plan, arrival, and we'll go runway 18. Transition is Akipu. We don't have that. We can go Akipu. Yeah, keep it. Okay, good. None on keep it. We'll remove this one. Go back. Delete. We'll go direct. Kipu. So Akipu, and then after Akipu, it's Aslak. Aslak, and then it's Rubu. So then we have our fixes here in the computer. We'll descend to 5,000 feet. Initially at Aslak. So everything is happening quite fast here. We'll 11385 for number 2 here, 85, and our where is the freaking frequency? Sometimes it's not very easy to find a frequency. 183. 183, and our heading will be 177. So 177. So 5,000 feet Akipu, and then we'll slowly descend to 3,000 feet by Rubu, and that will be our final height or altitude, and then we'll follow the ILS on the approach there. So let's do our approach. So anchor status is okay, fuel status is okay, ATIS, no temps, no thing, top percent, approach chart. Runway 18, approach type is ILS, date is, I'll just switch over here so you can see everything. Date is 31 January 2019, so it's pretty new. MSA is different, 4,300 here, 3,800, so depends on 39 is top here to where we want to be going. Average set, radio frequency checked, airport elevation is 285, approach transitions is set, final approach course is 177, train features are mostly off to right here, which we won't be. That's okay. approach profile. We'll talk about our missed approach. So missed approach. Climb straight ahead to 3,000 feet at DMA 1.43. Turn right, direct torp. Climb further to 5,000 feet. Enter hold. Climbing to 5,000 feet. So torp is our which is set on number 2 here, on nav 2. So that will be our, so 3,000 feet, then turn right to torp, continue up to 5,000 feet. So missed approach altitude will be 5,000 feet. Decision minimums set category 2 and will be localized at 459. So or 740 on the altimeter. So 740. No, not localized. Sorry. It will be 53 feet on the radio altimeter, which we don't have, so that's the problem. But still. So as soon as at Kibu, we will descend to 3,000 feet. Airport charts we won't be talking about. Also automation will fly down to minimums or when I see the airport. Anti-ice is on and will be on for the entire landing approach. Landing stopping flaps will be full. Surface condition seems to be probably pretty bad. Auto brakes doesn't. We don't have that. We will see where it will get slow down. So 3,000 feet. Is it taxi gate? No deviation from standard operating procedures. Go around briefing will be climb runway heading to 3,000 feet, then turn right to torp, continue to 5,000 feet. And I'll call go around, or you'll call go around if something is the matter. Okay, so start out. Seems odd, the approach there. Let's see. 183. It's 183. Okay, so approach arm. Is the approach briefing complete? Seatbelts on. Validated. Confirm pressure and set camera signs on. And that's the descent checklist. Feet by. We'll continue our descent a little bit faster. See how I managed to do this approach and landing correct and actually managed to turn off. Sorry, I've been watching this all together. Let's see here. Let's see if I can manage to do this landing correct. Hopefully I can. Okay, so now we have that. We'll nav and we'll arm approach. I'd call it and get go, so that's good. It's a bit slower this time, but hopefully even better. A safer approach. So approaching 3,000 feet, we are on the localizer 1.8. In real life you would go, I don't know, no, it doesn't work. So you go you would identify it, but I can't get anything. You mean? I can't see on the charts how it should sound. Sorry, I have no idea. Otherwise, that would be great. Okay, so we get gear down, taxi lights on, and we'll go yaw damper off at this point, so we won't forget it later. We're slowing down, we're almost intercepting altimeter. Flaps on. Approach flaps. And we're following our... So we set missed approach altimeter to 5,000 feet. And landing flaps. Flaps down. Okay, altimeter is set and cross-checked. Landing lights and tail lights are on. Nav is set. Autofeather is armed. Ice protection as required, which was... I will turn it on now, I think. Landing gear down 3 greens. Taxi lights are on, flaps are landing, propeller levers are fully forward and mixture fully forward. Yaw damper is off and environmental mode is off. Ground data is climb runway heading to 3,000 feet, then turn right to torque and continue up to 5,000 feet. And that's before landing checklist. Actually, it's raining, so we'll keep. I think we'll keep the ice protection on. See how I managed to screw this up. Probably. So 975. Wind is 2208, so slightly to the right there. Speed is good. Approach is 1500 feet, approach is stable. Keep the autopilot on slightly longer. So this is also part of the Norwegian scenery, which I can't find my way back to, but I think if you googled FS2004 in Norway scenery, you can probably find it. Maybe. You try Google it to see if you can find it. So, I mean, if you do this nice and correct, you have a nice slow approach. See how wind picked up, changed a little bit there. Deviating slightly, need to lower our nose a little bit. Because the wind is pretty much from straight forward, slightly to the right, I think. 220, so not too bad. Oh, it's quite okay, I think. Good approach, good landing. Nothing to complain about. Flaps up, approach off. Flight director off. We'll just go and park by the terminal, which is... I think we can go here, yes. So, pitot heat off, landing lights off, strobe lights off. After landing, flaps up, trim is neutral, set. Transponder standby, radar standby, and off. Engine anti-ice is off. Auto ignition off. Let's go with this a little further off too. As protection as required, exterior lights are off. Decision is set 0, and that's the after landing checklist. So we'll go park and we'll go the shutdown landing checklist too. So we'll do the complete set. Some video airplanes here. I flew one of these. One of those were like wet leased, I think, when I flew a regional flight in Sweden. I hate the. I'm sorry. I flew the DHC's 400 the Dash 8s 400s twice in my life. No, 3 times in my life, and all of the times I had so much pain in my ears. I really hate that aircraft. I think it's. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why. I don't know if it climbs extremely fast and got to keep. I don't know why it is that way, but it hurts so much in my freaking ears. So I don't enjoy that at all. So parking brake set. Fuel cell shut off. And we'll go parking brake is on. GPS are off. Standby horizon indicator off. Avionics is off now. Inverters off, auto failure off, external lights as required, battery again set, binaural ATT stabilized. You should check, condition levers cut off. Fuel propeller levers to feather. Overhead panel off, battery generators are off, and oxygen system off, control oxygen. So okay, good. So that's that flight. So thank you for watching this flight from, well, most of us landing at Kelly, which wasn't very good, and then it was a landing at Torpo, which was better. So I hope you learned something. I learned something. Anyway, I'm Andy. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment to the show. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.